Certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques, and that's why we're expanding our services to every corner of our region, so you don't have to travel far to receive the great specialty care you deserve, close to home. Now accepting new patients at all locations in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, Shepherdstown, Winchester, and at our newest office in Ranson. WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, world-class heart care, close to home.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Coliseum. I'm Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me on the call is Nick Verzolini. Our main cameraman is Braden Schaffner. On the other side is Spencer Dupuy, and back at the studio, it's Dylan Bishop. We now have high school girls basketball action this afternoon for you as the Bridgeport Indians come to town to take on the Spring Mills Cardinals. Bridgeport 2-0 already on the year. As for Spring Mills, it's the first game of the season after a 15-9 season last year and a trip to the state tournament. Let's get right into it and welcome you into our pregame show brought to you by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home in Martinsburg and Inwood and Charlestown, Ranson, too, proudly serving the area since 1880. And now let's get our coaches' interviews brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one. First, we'll start off with the head coach of Bridgeport, Herman Pearson, followed by George Gosk of the Spring Mills Cardinals. I'm now joined by the head coach of the Bridgeport Indians, Herman Pearson. Coach Pearson, your team off to a 2-0 start. Hit the road today against Spring Mills. What's your team need to do to come out and get a win and improve to 3-0?
Pretty simple, really. I mean, it's what most high school teams need to do. We need to take care of the basketball, good shot selection, play good defense, box out, not give them second chances. Those are the main things that we need to show up and do today.
Your team led by Reap on the scoreboard right now. She's averaging 20.5 points per game. In last win, she had 26 points. What have you liked from her leadership-wise for your team?
She's starting to learn when she's bottled in a little bit, to hold up and let other people do it, dump the ball off as opposed to trying to force it. She's a good leader. She leads with a good attitude all the time, no matter what's going on in a ball game, and it sort of carries her teammates forward.
You mentioned that you have some girls out, either with injury or with sickness, so who are some people that need to step up to help your team today?
I've got a freshman, Haley Pryor, is going to have to step up and do a nice job for us today and take care of the ball and be tough physically. Got a little freshman, Reese Pierce, who does a good job for us already. She's going to have to step up and be able to handle the ball, handle the pressure of playing varsity. Those two, along with the ones that I've always got coming along, Reagan Moore, doing a nice job for us inside, and Emily Anderson, who is capable of putting up some pretty nice numbers. She needs to score in double digits today for us.
You get to go up against the Cardinals today, a team who made the state tournament last year. It's their first game of the season. What are you most excited about to go up against Spring Mills today?
Well, it's nice to go up against people you don't normally play. It's early in the year. What are we here to do? Yeah, we want to win, of course. You always want to win. But we're here to learn and look at different styles of play. I know they have a good team. I know they like to press. I know they got a couple of guards that are pretty good. This will be something, a different look for us compared to what we normally go up against.
All righty, thank you, Coach Pearson, and good luck.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Coach Gosk, season opens up today at home against Bridgeport. Last year, you guys made the state tournament. What's your team need to do to get back to Charleston this year?
Just again, same as last year, just compete. Make sure we bring energy and effort. I think we got a lot of experience back this year. And so in turn, I think that's going to help going down when you're in the deep part of the season, in sectionals and regionals, and hopefully we're able to compete and get back out there to the state tournament again.
As you mentioned, a lot of people coming back, still a very young team, though, nonetheless. How much have you seen them grow during the offseason?
Yeah, we've grown a lot. I think last year, was kind of like a trial by fire. We started out slow, then we went on a nice run, a 10-11 game win streak. And I think that's propelled us into this season and the growth we've shown thus far in practice. We've been able to run through stuff a lot faster than the year previous. So experience has been a factor, and I think we're getting better every day.
What have you gotten to see so far from Bridgeport, and what's your team need to do to get a win today?
Yeah, Bridgeport fields a really good point guard, and she'll captain that team. I think she does a good job running the offense, so we'll kind of have to control her and control their offense. We're gonna look to push the tempo, though. They like to slow it down, so we're gonna try to speed the game up a good bit.
All right, Coach. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Coach Goss. Good luck. All right, there you go. That was your coach's interviews. Let's now step aside, take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll give you today's starting lineups from both Bridgeport and Spring Mills. You're tuned in to West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
Find that new Chevy truck or SUV you've been searching for right here at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg. With over 100 new Chevys in stock, you have options. We have the Silverados, Equinoxes, and more to meet your needs. And we are not selling over MSRP. Get power and fuel efficiency with the all-new Silverado 1500 LTD, space and savings on a new Equinox. And that's not all. Every new Chevrolet has a lifetime powertrain warranty. And did we mention we are not selling over MSRP? Find new roads at CMAChevroletofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We're accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team, with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center, 400 West Stevens Street, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
Minute 15 away from tip-off between the Bridgeport Indians and the Spring Mills Cardinals. So let's now get today's starting lineups brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or go to Orsinis.com. Let's start with the starters for the 2-0 Bridgeport Indians. We got number 1, Gabby Reap, number 5, Bailey Toms, number 15, Reagan Moore, number 23, Jalen Dodd, and number 14, Emily Anderson. Nick, who are the starting 5 for the Spring Mills Cardinals?
Starting for Spring Mills, number 3, the freshman Reagan Edsel. Joining her is her sister, number 10, Corinne Edsel, a junior. Sophomore Olivia Bolduc, number 12. Senior number 23, Maya Griffin. And rounding out the lineup, sophomore number 32, Kyla Dandridge. So you have the two Edsels there in the lineup, and we've seen what Corinne can do, and it will be interesting to see how Reagan Edsel does.
Yeah, it'll be a fun time to get to see these teams, as we just had boys basketball action earlier, and it was Spring Mills getting the win against Greenbrier East, but now it is the Lady Cardinals' turn to take the court at Cardinal Coliseum, trying to knock off the 2-0 Bridgeport Indians. As things go quiet inside the Cardinal Coliseum now, we'll step aside, take another 2-minute break, and when we come back, it'll be time for the opening tip between Spring Mills and Bridgeport. You're tuned into West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back again in 2 minutes.
You've been in an accident. The choice of a lawyer may be the biggest decision you make for you and your family's future. At Mansion Ferretti, we offer a free consultation and no fees until we win your case. Call us today and protect your future. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Between Spring Mills and Bridgeport, your tip-off is brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online. They'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Go to HagerstownFord.com. It is Bridgeport in the road red uniform, Spring Mills in the home all whites. And the opening tip goes into the hands for Bridgeport. And it's tipped to Reap. Reap, dribbling with her left hand, goes to her left. Crosses over, goes down towards the baseline, double team, trying to get off the action and dribble with her right hand back up towards the left wing. Ball tipped, pass intended for Moore. It goes out of bounds off the Cardinals, and it will be Bridgeport ball on the left side underneath the hoop.
Well, Bridgeport clearly has the height advantage in this ball game, if nothing else. So it'll be interesting to see if they can use that to their advantage.
Anderson bounce passes it in to Moore. Moore shot from the left block, no good, but a travel violation called. Spring Mills gets the ball. It's Edsel inbounding to Bolduc as Bolduc brings it up the court past midcourt. Gives it back to Edsel at the top of the key. Edsel chest passes it back to Bolduc at the right wing. She gives it down low back to Reagan Edsel. Edsel kicks it out to Bolduc in the right corner. Tries to bark out somebody charging forward. It's Corinne Edsel. The pass gets deflected out of bounds. And with 7:23 to go in the first quarter, the ball goes back to the possession of the Indians.
Yeah, it's clear early on Spring Mills wants to kind of bring up the tempo with this full court man-to-man press.
Great double team by Edsel and Bolduc. Her pass goes over the head and out of bounds off Tomes.
It actually stayed in bounds.
Eventually, Tomes, after it stayed in bounds, thank you, Nick, did step out of bounds, so it's Spring Mills with the ball.
You were just seeing the future, Colin.
I was.
What you do pretty well.
Bolduc slowly goes across midcourt, waiting for his reap. Bolduc bounce passes it to Edsel at the right side. Finds an open Griffin underneath. Her shot up off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Bridgeport. Reap quickly brings it back, loses her dribble, and it goes out of bounds. Spring Mills gets the ball.
Yeah, good cut by Griffin underneath. She just couldn't quite finish that layup. But early in the year, you're going to see some struggles offensively, so we'll see how Spring Mills can run its offense.
Dandridge, one dribble, passes it back to Bolduc at the top of the key. Bolduc passes to her left to Edsel, who gives it to Griffin. Griffin down low for Dandridge. Fadeaway jumper is good, and that's the first basket of the evening. It's 2-0 Spring Mills.
A good shot there by Dandridge.
Ball tipped out of bounds off the hand of Corinne Edsel. She tried to steal it off Reap, but it goes out of bounds with 6:24 to go in the first. Reap finds an open teammate. It's Tomes. Tomes back to Reap. Reap double teamed in the backcourt, brings it up court. Bounce pass. Down low now is Reap, driving the left side. Her layup, no good. Rebounded down low and passed back to Reap from Dodd. Out into the right side from Tomes. Shot up off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded again by Bridgeport. It's Anderson. Anderson gives it to Tomes. Tomes will dribble to the top of the key from the left wing. Pass over the head of Reap. Finding it is Moore in the left corner. Gives it back to Reap. No shot, even though Reap went up for the layup on the left side. We have a foul with 5:50 to go in the first. It's 2-0 Spring Mills.
Yeah, our first foul of the ball game, and Bridgeport right now just not really getting a whole lot of shots. Spring Mills guarding them very tightly.
Foul on Olivia Bolduc, her first, team first. Shot up, no good, rebounded by Spring Mills. It's Edsel giving it to Griffin. Griffin tries to find Corinne. Edsel goes over her back shoulder, bounces out of bounds on the far left side of the court. Bridgeport gets the ball. Anderson, bounce pass inbounds to Reap. Reap guarded closely by Spring Mills is Olivia Bolduc. Did Bolduc pick up her second foul there, or are they just saying it went out of bounds off her elbow?
She got the tip, so no foul there, Colin.
Bounce pass back to Reap. Reap immediately double teamed by Spring Mills in the right corner. She tries to find space. Ball almost stolen by Bolduc. Saved beautifully by Edsel into Bolduc, but her jumper is no good at the left block. It goes off the glass and then the rim, and rebounded by Bridgeport.
You don't see Bolduc miss that too often, but she is very aggressive on defense, able to force some almost turnovers and then a turnover there.
Reap calling for a pick, trying to drive the left side. Both Edsels dominating, gets the steal. Corinne Edsel gives it to Reagan Edsel, who goes behind her back. Layup with her right hand on the left side is good. The freshman makes it 4-0 Spring Mills.
Is that Reagan Edsel or Magic Johnson?
Ball stolen by Bolduc in the left wing, trying to pass it down to the right block for Dandridge. It's stolen by Moore, and Moore lazy pass to Reap. It's stolen by Spring Mills. Shot up and good. It's now 6-0 with 4:42 to go.
Okay, we know why Reagan Edsel's starting.
She now leads the team with 4 points. Or was that Corinne with it?
That was Reagan
Corinne lost
again,
her shoe. It was tough to see with the official, and we have a timeout. 4:42 to go in the first. It's Spring Mills 6, Bridgeport nothing. Let's take a 30-second break. You're tuned into West Virginia High School Girls Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for Dollar Wings and Monday Night Football. Thursdays on the patio for the Cornhole Tourney. Friday night lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for steak night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
At the Cardinal Coliseum, 6-0 is your score in the first quarter. Spring Mills leading Bridgeport. Bridgeport has the ball underneath its basket with 4:42 to go in the first quarter. It'll be Anderson inbounding for the Lady Indians. Anderson trying to find somebody open, but a full court press established by Spring Mills. She finally gets it into Reap, who's guarded by Edsel. Reap passes it back to Anderson. Anderson's pass stolen by Reagan Edsel. Edsel in the backcourt will give it to Bolduc, who crosses the timeline on the right side. She'll give it back to Reagan Edsel at the top of the key. Edsel passes it over to Dandridge at the right wing. Her pass, intended for Edsel, is stolen by Bridgeport, and it's Moore with the ball on the far side. Gets a pick, hands it off on the pick and roll to Dodd. Dodd drives the right side of the lane. Her shot off the bottom of the basket and no good. And since it hit that bottom of the basket, it goes out of bounds. It's Spring Mills' ball with 4:09 to go in the first.
Well, again, it's the freshman, Reagan Edsel, taking away the baseline, which made it difficult for the Bridgeport player to really get a good angle on that shot. And as you said, Colin, hit off the bottom of the backboard, so Spring Mills forces another turnover.
Bolduc passes it to Edsel. Edsel over to her sister Reagan Edsel for three on the left side. Off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Bridgeport. It's Pierce with the ball at the point. Crosses the timeline, dribbling with her right hand, goes to the right side, and it's tipped out of bounds by Corinne Edsel. It goes into the Spring Mills bench, and it will be Bridgeport ball. 3:43 to go in the first. It is 6-0 Spring Mills on top of Bridgeport. Ball inbounded to Reap. Reap guarded by Bolduc. Dribbling low on her left side, switches to her right hand, drives to the right elbow, kicks it out behind her for Moore at the top of the key, and Moore will hand it to Anderson. Anderson picks up her dribble, guarded closely by Griffin. She finds an open teammate. It's Dodd. Back out, banks it in is Anderson for three. It's now 6-3. Anderson from the right wing opens the scoring for Bridgeport, cuts the lead in half for Spring Mills, who has the ball. It's Edsel giving it to Bolduc. Bolduc finds in the left block Dandridge. Dandridge kicks it out. Three-pointer from the left corner by Corinne Edsel's good. That's the first three of the evening for Spring Mills, makes it a 9-3 lead for the Cardinals.
Yeah, answer with a three of your own on the other end after a wild banked-in three from Anderson.
One-hand pass to Moore. Moore finds an open teammate. It's Dodd driving the right side and blocked. Going up for the layup. The ball goes out of bounds. 2:45 to go in the first. It's still 9-3 Spring Mills. Well, Bridgeport has the ball.
This is Kyla Dandridge, doing what she does really well. Good on both sides of the floor.
Reap pump fakes from the right wing. Drives in. Two-pointer around the rim, no good. Rebounded by Spring Mills, back the other way. It's Bolduc with the ball. Slowing down the offense, giving it to Reagan Edsel at the top of the key. Calling the offensive play. She passes it over for Hawkins, who gives it back to Edsel. Edsel gives it to her sister. Beautiful ball movement. Three-pointer no good from Bolduc from the right corner. It's rebounded by Bridgeport's Moore. Moore gives it to Reap, who will slowly break her side to the left, past midcourt. Gets a pick. It's Reap with the ball. Immediately double teamed, so she'll hand it to Anderson in the left corner. Anderson bounce passes it back to Reap. Reap triple team, trying to find space. She creates her own space. Turnaround jumper is good by Reap. That's her first points of the evening. Make it a 9-5 game.
She averages 20 points, nearly 5 assists and 6 rebounds. So, very talented player there in Reap. If they can get her going, they can stay in this ball game against Spring Mills, who's got the team on paper that, we're expecting to win the EPAC this year.
Dandridge slowing down the offense for Spring Mills. A minute and a half to go in the first. She's at the volleyball line now. Dribbles forward to the top of the key. No foul called, even though you could see a clear jersey tug. She'll hand it to Bolduc. Bolduc tries to find Corinne Edsel down low. That's Hawkins. Hawkins loses her balance, falls to the court, and the ball given up. It's Bridgeport with a ball. Tariq double teamed between Dandridge and Bolduc. Her pass is stolen by Edsel, who gives it to Corinne Edsel. The freshman Reagan Edsel right now really helping out her team. She has the ball, the left wing, gives it up for Bolduc, who kicks it out to the left corner. Three-pointer by Hawkins, no good. Rebounded down low. Spin move on the left block, shot up, no good. Getting her own rebound is Edsel. Edsel's second time, no good as well. Under 40 seconds to go. Bridgeport with the ball. It's Gabby Reap breaking the midcourt at the logo, dribbling with her left hand towards the Eastern Panhandle on the Cardinal Coliseum court. Her bounce pass to Anderson. Shot on the right side, layup no good. Wide open is Bolduc. transition offense paying off. It's Bolduc with an easy open layup to make it 11-5. That's her first 2 of the evening. 15 seconds to go. Inbounds. And a foul on the floor with 14.8 seconds to go. It's 11-5 Spring Mills on Bridgeport in the first.
Yeah, I mean, if Spring Mills can get out and run, especially, I think, in this game, they're very dangerous, whether it be Olivia Bolduc running the point or what we've seen from Reagan Edsel, the freshman who will now step out. They're able to run the floor very well and finish in transition with some of the best teams in the state.
And it sounds like the foul against Dandridge was because she stepped across the baseline, so Reap will now get to shoot free throws.
So technical.
Yep, the first free throw up by Reap and good. Makes it 11-6 Spring Mills on Bridgeport. As Reap now lines up her second free throw. That shot is up as well and through. She now has 4 points, and it's 11-7. Spring Mills up by 4 over Bridgeport. It'll be Anderson to inbound for Bridgeport right in front of us. Anderson bounce passes it in. Coming forward is Pierce. Pierce gives it back to Anderson. 10 seconds to go in the first. Anderson drives the right side. Finds an open teammate. It's Dodd down low. Her shot rejected behind her. Spring Mills gets the ball, but giving it up. Reek for 3. Top of the key off the front of the rim. No good. And that's the end of the first quarter. Your score, Spring Mills 11, Bridgeport 7. Let's step aside, take a 60-second break, and then we'll be back for the second quarter. You're tuned into West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Bellevue Medicine is pleased to announce the relocation of our Berkeley Medical Center outpatient rehabilitation services to 1002 Tavern Road. This move gives Martinsburg Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation more room, more convenient parking, and a covered drive-up, drop-off area. Bellevue Medicine will continue to offer physical, occupational, and speech therapies for both adult and pediatric patients, as well as specialized services. For more info on this new location and services provided there, call 304-264-1214.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Coliseum. Get ready for the second quarter of action between Spring Mills and Bridgeport. The score is 11-7, Spring Mills over Bridgeport. Your first quarter was presented on TV 10 by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Buying or selling a home, call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. As well as Sutton and Janelle, attorney at law, full-service law firm helping individuals, families, and businesses with all their legal needs. They're at 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Spring Mills gets the ball to start the second quarter. It's Bolduc with the ball. Three-pointer from the right wing's up, and she drains it. It's Bolduc with 5 points now in the first half. Makes it a 14-7 lead for Spring Mills. Reap falls and is fouled by Olivia Bolduc with 7:42 to go in the second. That is Bolduc's second foul, team third.
Yeah, and she'll check out now because you don't want her to get in foul trouble, but Olivia Bolduc, very good shooter when she's able to create space like she just did there, and one of those players that can create her own shot and set up for others as well.
Reap goes one-on-one with Corinne Edsel on the left side, picking her up as well as McIntyre. McIntyre will now foul Anderson with 7:34 to go. That's the fourth team foul for Spring Mills, and McIntyre's first. 4 fouls to 0 fouls early on in this game between Spring Mills and Bridgeport.
A lot due to the aggressive style of Spring Mills. They're trying to get steals. They're getting a lot of tip passes, so you're going to pick up fouls.
Pierce to Reap. Reap to Moore. Moore's J-hook, no good. Gets her own rebound. Passing it down low to Dodd in the paint. Her shot bounces off the rim, no good. Gets her own rebound. Finds space. It's now Reap in the left corner for 3. That one misses as well, but again, Bridgeport with the rebound. Anderson pump fakes, drives the right side. Her layup misses everything, and another rebound for Bridgeport. It's Reap. Reap gets a pick, slowing down the offense. Bounce pass down low for Moore. Moore's shot, no good. It looked like it got tipped by McIntyre. Gets the rebound and gives it to Edsel.
Gosh, if you're Bridgeport, you're really frustrated, I think, with that possession because he had like 5 or 6 opportunities. And they have the height advantage. That is one area where they could, do some damage, is grabbing those offensive boards, but you got to be able to finish one of those opportunities.
Corinne Edsel passing it to Faith Bush. Bush back for McIntyre at the top of the key. McIntyre passes it to the right wing to Dandridge. Dandridge finds Edsel driving the right side. Shot up, no good, but a foul with 6:22 to go. It's Spring Mills 14, Bridgeport 7. It's the first foul of the afternoon against Bridgeport. That'll send Corinne Edsel to the line to shoot. That foul was on Dodd, her first for Bridgeport. Corinne Edsel, 3 points so far today, and her first one off the back of the iron and no good. So it remains 14-7.
They're going to get Reagan Edsel back in because she's really their post player. And Colin, I can remember us talking last year during sectionals about if Spring Mills had a post player coming up, they could really be even better than what they already were. Well, Edsel's that player that could potentially develop into that for them.
Corinne Edsel misses the second end of the free throws. It goes off the front of the rim, rebounded by Bridgeport, and immediately a full court press for Spring Mills. Breaking it is Gabby Reap. She passes midcourt, loses her dribble, and it's stolen by Spring Mills' Griffin. Griffin gives it to Edsel. Edsel finds Dandridge open. She'll go to the right corner. Three-pointer up. Around the rim, no good. Rebounded down low by Corinne Edsel in the paint. Her shot floats in. She now has 5 points, and it's 16-7 Spring Mills.
Well, it started with a tip by Reagan Edsel to keep the possession alive, and the ball finds Corinne Edsel. She's able to finish. So
Reap double-teamed in the right corner of the court, and Bridgeport will have to take another timeout. That's their second timeout. They have 3 remaining. Let's step aside for a 30-second break. You're tuned into West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Find that new Chevy truck or SUV you've been searching for right here at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg. With over 100 new Chevys in stock, you have options. We have the Silverados, Equinoxes, and more to meet your needs. And we are not selling over MSRP. Get power and fuel efficiency with the all-new Silverado 1500 LTD, space and savings on a new Equinox. And that's not all. Every new Chevrolet has a lifetime powertrain warranty. And did we mention we are not selling over MSRP? Find new roads at CMAChevroletofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Coliseum. 5 minutes, 47 seconds to go in the second quarter. It is Spring Mills 16, Bridgeport 7. Bridgeport will inbound after taking its second timeout. The Indians 2-0 on the season early on. This is Spring Mills' first game of the year. Anderson bounce pass inbound to Pierce. Pierce dribbles it up the near side of the court, breaks midcourt, turns around, finds Reap behind her. Reap back to Pierce. Pierce kicks it to the right wing for Anderson. Anderson drives the right side, passes it down low for Dodd. Dodd shot from the right block, no good, off the glass, rebounded by Edsel. Reagan Edsel brings it quickly down court for Spring Mills, and then we'll hand it to Dandridge, who slows down the offense. Bounce pass, no look, down low for McIntyre, and 4 Indians surround McIntyre. They steal the ball, and it's Reap with the ball on the far side of the court. Dribbling across to Spring Mills Cardinals, finds an open Dodd, and this time her shot's up and good. That's Dodd's first points of the evening, make it 16-9. And a little surprised there was no foul called against Spring Mills as Dodd went to the court hard after that shot.
Yeah, Bridgeport's sticking around, kind of doing their thing, working it inside at times and having some success.
Corinne Edsel misses a 3 from the left wing, and it's rebounded again by Bridgeport. Pierce trying to get a 3 of her own. That one off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Edsel. Edsel guarded by Reap. Dribbles behind her back and now gives it to Dandridge. Dandridge at the top of the key, swings it to the left for Griffin. Griffin in the left corner gives it down low for Dandridge. Dandridge powers her way up. Shot around the rim, no good. Rebounded by Bridgeport.
Well, she did everything she could. It just didn't fall for her. A great move down low by Dandridge. Did open up some space, but couldn't quite get the layup to go.
Reap to the left side. Her floater is good. Reap now has 6 points, and Bridgeport continues to cut into Spring Mills' lead. It's now 16-11 with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter.
I mean, she's got 6 of the 11 points, so if you can contain her, you got to feel good about things.
Dandridge in the right corner. Now dribble with her left hand towards the left elbow, kicks it out, and it's stolen. Going the other way is Bridgeport. It's Dodd on the right side. Dodd 2v1. Her layup no good. Gets her own rebound. Spins around. Finds Pierce. Pierce kicks it out to Anderson. Anderson for Reap. Top of the key. 3 off the side of the rim. No good. Ball deflected. Going around. Eventually picked up by Spring Mills. It's McIntyre finding Corinne Edsel. Corinne Edsel, a long two-pointer. No good from the right side. Rebounded down low by Anderson, and Anderson as well as Taylor McIntyre will wrap things up and go down onto the court. It's a jump ball with 3:21 to go. It's Spring Mills 16, Bridgeport 11 in the second quarter.
I was just about to say, as Bolduc runs back on, it seems like Spring Mills is missing something right now offensively, and that something is Olivia Bolduc. You know, the way she runs this offense, you need her out there as much as possible. I know she has 2 fouls, but she makes the team go. It's just like we saw in the boys' game. You know, Keyshawn Cheek and it seems on the other side.
Reap has her pocket picked. Going down court the other way is King, and her layup no good. Gets her own rebound. Second time around, misses it too. And now it's Dodd trying to go down court for Bridgeport. She's guarded closely and will have it ball stolen by Dandridge for Spring Mills.
Do they have like a lid on this basket down here?
Slowing things down. Step back, 3, it's good. Dandridge makes it 19-11. Spring Mills leads by 8 with 2:35 to go in the second over Bridgeport.
The reason why I said that is I don't know how these layups aren't going in. They look like they're going to go in, and then they don't call.
Reap going down for Spring Mills was Bolduc. No call. Going the other way, it's Moore at the left block. Her shot no good, but she's fouled. 2:23 to go in the second, and it is Moore to the free throw line for 2 shots for Bridgeport. While she's taking those, let's get our second quarter sponsors as we're presented on TV 10 by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. The first free throw up and good by Moore. That's her first points of the afternoon and makes it 19-12. We're also presented on TV 10 by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Phone them at 304-263-3361. Second end of the free throws for Moore, no good, rebounded by Anderson, and Anderson will kick it out for Pierce at the top of the key. Pierce gives it to Amick. Amick driving in the middle of the paint, loses the ball. Going to the court is a few players, 2 Bridgeport Indians, 1 Spring Mills Cardinal, and it's Reagan Edsel eventually getting possession, but we have a jump ball after the tie-up, and it's possession arrow Spring Mills with 2:08 to go in the second. It's 19-12 Spring Mills on Bridgeport. Bolduc breaks midcourt, passes it to the right corner for Dandridge, who gets a pick, and it's a three-pointer up off the front of the rim. No good, rebounded by King. King kicks it out to Bolduc. Bolduc drives the left side, finds an open teammate on the right side. Her shot from Edsel, no good. Rebounded by Bridgeport. And it's King tipping it out of a Bridgeport Indian. Amick out of bounds. Possession stays with the Indians.
Well, it ended up getting you a pretty good look, even though it didn't go in. But I thought Bolduc could have either shot or swung to Dandridge for the initial look there. I mean, but she got her team a better look. It just didn't go in.
Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bolduc for Spring Mills. Bridgeport gets the ball. Anderson drives the right side. Her layup too hard off the glass. No good. Rebounded eventually by Moore, but Moore loses it. Gets to Amick. Amick for Anderson. Back to Amick at the right block. Her shot rejected by Edsel. It goes out of bounds. Bridgeport has the ball with 1:26 to go in the second. It is 19-12. Spring Mills on top of Bridgeport. Anderson trying to inbound it. Finds Moore on the right side. Moore hands it off to Anderson. Anderson dribbles out to the right wing. Tries to give it down low back to Moore, but it's stolen by Edsel. Edsel breaks midcourt and now slows down, waits for her teammates. Gives it to King. King swings it to the left side for Dandridge. Dandridge decides not to shoot even though she was open. Drives to the left baseline, kicks it out for King. King loses possession. Thought that was a travel, no call, gives it to Bolduc. Under a minute left in the second quarter.
A little bit too much dribbling without knowing where you're going with the basketball from Spring Mills.
Dandridge back to Bolduc. Bolduc pulls up for 3. It goes around the rim, no good. Rebounded by Pierce. 45 seconds to go in the second quarter. Pierce gives it to Anderson. Anderson Far side of the court will give it back to Pierce. Her shot got tipped, rebounded underneath the basket by Edsel. Edsel quickly gives it to Bolduc. Bolduc, her pass, beautifully caught by Dandridge, but she had to stay alive and saved it, tried to give it to King, but it's stolen by Amick. 20 seconds to go. It's Amick guarded by King. Gives it to Pierce at the right wing. Pierce dishes it down low for Dodd, and the pass goes low and out of bounds off Dodd. Spring Mills will get the ball with 15.7 seconds left in the second quarter. Up by 7. It's Bolduc slowly bringing it across midcourt. Spring Mills wants to make sure this is the last shot of the first half. 7 seconds to go. Reagan Edsel with the ball at the right block, drives in. Finger rolls good, and that is the last shot of the half. It is Spring Mills 21, Bridgeport 12. Was Edsel now with 6 points. She leads the team. We'll give you our full first half stats after this 2-minute break. You're tuned into West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance. Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Hi, it's Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 Spencer Dupuis. When I got into a car accident and needed to get another vehicle, I wanted to go somewhere I could trust. So I went to the Heffley Motor Company at 993 Hedgesville Road. As a first-time car buyer, I really didn't know what to expect. But at Heffley, they treated me like family. Every step in the process was seamless. Not only did they give me a great deal, but they also helped me secure an amazing interest rate. Now I know firsthand why Heffley has such a great reputation in this community. I ride with Heffley Motor Company, so you should too.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Coliseum. We have hit halftime, and your halftime show is brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. I'm Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini. Our cameramen are Braden Schaffner and Spencer Dupuis. And back at the studio, it's Dylan Bishop. Your score at the half, Spring Mills 21, Bridgeport 12. Let's now get you our first half stats and your leading scorers, and start with Bridgeport. It is Gabby Reap leading with 6 points for the Indians. Following her is Emily Anderson with 3 points, Jalen Dodd with 2 points, and rounding off the scoring for Bridgeport, it is Reagan Moore with 1 point. For Spring Mills, leading the way, it's the freshman Reagan Edsel with 6 points, and then 3 other Lady Cardinals with 5 points each in Corinne Edsel, Olivia Bolduc, as well as Kyla Dandridge. And those are your scores both for Spring Mills and Bridgeport. Let's now take another 2-minute break, and on the other side of that break, you will hear from Dylan Bishop with the And One Halftime Scoreboard Show. You're tuned into West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Goldilocks.
Brr, this place is like too cold. They must have a heat pump. Whatever. It's like too hot in this house. They must have a wood stove or something. Ew, I'm like sweating. This house is like just right.
Call Roach Energy at 304-263-3329 for warm propane and heating oil that's just right.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome into the N1 Scoreboard Halftime Show. Here, your score from Spring Mills High School is 21-12 at the half. The Spring Mills Lady Cardinals lead the Bridgeport Indians. The game you just saw previous to this on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube, as well as Talk Radio WRNR, was the Spring Mills Cardinals boys varsity team taking down Greenbrier East 68-63. So we'll now get you set for the second half. Before we do that, we'll get you some college basketball scores. Some finals that we have from earlier today. Kentucky taking down Yale 69-59. Arkansas takes down Oklahoma 88-78. And some games that are in action right now. Alabama leading Houston 14-10. Purdue leading Nebraska 45-41. With 12 minutes to go in that game. Some college football action that is relevant to the Eastern Panhandle. The first Division II semifinal game, the final from there from Ferris State, was Ferris State Bulldogs 38 and West Florida 17. The winner, so that game, Ferris State will take on the winner of Shepherd and the Colorado School of Mines, which just kicked off 30 seconds into the game. Colorado School of Mines starting with the ball. So we'll now send it back to the guys at Spring Mills High School after this 2-minute break, and then we'll get back for the second half between Spring Mills and Bridgeport.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
4. Welcome back to the Cardinal Coliseum as we get ready for the second half between the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals and the Bridgeport Lady Indians. About a minute away from the third quarter. It is Spring Mills 21, Bridgeport 12. I'm Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini on the call. Our cameramen are Spencer Dupuis and Braden Schaffner. Back at the studio, who you just heard from is Dylan Bishop. Both teams get their final thoughts in before we get ready for the second half, and they'll come back out onto the court. Again, it is Spring Mills in the all-white uniforms for those maybe just tuning in on TV 10 or WRNR TV on YouTube, and it is Bridgeport in the all-red uniforms.
I think it's going to be important, Colin, for Spring Mills to kind of keep the pressure that they established in that first half, and then for Bridgeport, you really got to get Reap going. She's their main scorer, and 6 points and a half isn't bad, but when she was on the bench especially, you really didn't see much production from anybody else. So try to get her going here in the second half.
Bridgeport gets the ball to start the third quarter. Anderson gives it to Pierce. Pierce will dribble quickly to the right corner, tries to pass it down low to Moore, and we have a foul with 7:54 to go in the third, so just 6 seconds in. It's the first foul of the second half against Spring Mills. And that foul goes against Maya Griffin.
You get kind of bailed out there with the foul because you never want to bring the ball to the corner, and that was exactly what Bridgeport did to start the second half.
The ball goes into the hands of Moore, and then Dandridge, with her right hand, puts it through the legs of Moore to a teammate for Spring Mills, and now the Cardinals have the ball on the other end of the court. It's Bolduc dribbling to the right corner, dishes down low to Reagan Edsel. Edsel shot from the right block, no good. Rebounded by Dandridge, and Dandridge turnaround fadeaway is good. It is now 23-12 with 7:26 to go in the third. Spring Mills on top by 11 over Bridgeport.
And Dandridge was 7. Very solid effort from her.
Pierce gives it to Anderson across midcourt. Anderson tries to pass it to the far side from the near side. It gets deflected, but back. Retained in possession is Reap for the Indians. Three-pointer by Anderson from the right corner, no good. Rebounded by Spring Mills. It's Dandridge passing midcourt. Picks up her dribble, finds an open teammate in the left corner. Three off the side of the rim, no good from Corinne Edsel. Rebounded by Reap. Reap finds Pierce. Pierce, long pass, caught by Dodd. Dodd's pass intended for Anderson. Down low is deflected, stolen by Spring Mills back the other way. Flashing down low is Griffin, and Maya Griffin gets her first shot blocked. No jump ball called. She goes up a second time and is fouled. 6:36 to go in the third. It is 23-12 Spring Mills on Bridgeport, and it's Griffin to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Cardinals.
I feel like Griffin kind of lost where she was on the court when she caught that pass. She could have gone up with her left hand, but decided to take a power dribble and try to go up from the right side. I think she thought she was under the basket, opposed to kind of closer to the left side where she did have an open look.
First free throw, no good around the rim. Second one from Griffin up, and she makes that one. That's her first points of the afternoon. It's now 24-12 Spring Mills over Bridgeport in the third quarter. Pierce, long pass intended for Dodd, stolen by Edsel. Reagan Edsel passes it to Bolduc. Bolduc dribbling through her legs, goes back towards midcourt, now comes back towards the hoop on the right side. Bolduc gives to Reagan Edsel. Edsel gives it back, now sets a pick for Bolduc. Bolduc, top of the key, will pass to her left side for Corinne Edsel. Edsel dribbles to the top of the key, now gives it to the left wing for Dandridge. Dandridge crosses over Anderson, finds an open teammate at the right block. Shot up and good from Reagan Edsel. She now has 8, and it's a 14-point lead for Spring Mills. It's 26-12 with 5:50 to go in the third. Again, the full court press continues. ball lost in the air by Corinne Edsel. It was above her head. Regaining it for Bridgeport is Reap. Reap drives to the other side. Her shot from the left wing is no good. Rebounded by Spring Mills. Back the other way. It's Edsel to her sister Corinne, and Corinne puts an easy jumper from the left block up and good. Make it 28-12, a 16-point lead with 5:24 to go in the third, and a timeout taken by Bridgeport. Step aside for a 30-second break. You're tuned into West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Coliseum. 28-12, Spring Mills on top of Bridgeport in your third quarter, presented on TV 10 by the Skinner Law Firm, Injury and Consumer Rights Lawyers. Phone 304-245-6613 or go to skinnerfirm.com, as well as Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. Bridgeport has 2 timeouts remaining after they just used its third timeout. Spring Mills still has all 5 remaining in this ball game. 5:24 to go in the third. It is Spring Mills 28, Bridgeport 12. Bridgeport has the ball at the left side. Inbounding it is Pryor. Pryor gets the ball back from Amick, loses it, now dribbling it down the court on the near side, breaks the timeline and finds Amick to her left. Amick swings it back to the right side for Reap. Reap pump fakes against Dandridge, drives the lane. Her shot rejected by Anderson, rebounded down low by Dodd. Dodd kicks it out to Amick. Pump faking it from Amick now is Pryor, and Pryor drives the left side. I believe it's a 3-second violation called against Bridgeport, so with 5:01 to go in the third, Spring Mills gets the ball.
Yeah, good defense by Spring Mills throughout this ball game, making it very tough on Bridgeport to even get shots on some possessions. So it's just been an impressive performance from the Cardinals' defense.
Three-pointer from the right wing, around the rim, no good. Rebounded down low by Edsel. Edsel kicks it to Bolduc. Bolduc back to Edsel. Down low now is Corinne Edsel. Gives it to her sister Reagan. Reagan decides not to shoot. Instead passes it to Bolduc. Bolduc will give it to Dandridge on the right side. Dandridge gets a pick. Her pass stolen by Dodd. Dodd trying to find a teammate, picks up her dribble, and eventually finds Reap behind her. Reap met by Corinne Edsel, loses her dribble, has to pick it up, gives it to Amick. Amick finally breaks the timeline, about a second away from the 10-second violation, and the pass goes out of bounds. Spring Mills ball with 4:11 to go in the third. It's 28-12, Spring Mills on top of Bridgeport.
Yeah, they've made Reap kind of uncomfortable in this game. She didn't really look like she either didn't want the ball back or wasn't ready for the ball. I think she might be a little bit injured too.
Bolduc dribbling it across midcourt, finds Dandridge. Dandridge pulls up for 3 from the top of the key. It goes off the front of the rim, no good, out of bounds. Bridgeport basketball.
Seems like Reap's kind of grabbing at her wrist. I could be wrong, but it just, I don't know, she was kind of like, didn't look like she wanted the ball back there after she had passed it to her teammate and wasn't really ready for it.
Yeah. She averages 20.5 points per game right now, only at 6.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it could have to do with the defense for Spring Mills. They just made it tough for her to find any space. They know that she's their only real go-to scorer, so.
Amick brings it down court, kicking it out to Reap. Reap drives into the paint, dishes it out. Shot airballed by Moore, rebounded by Dandridge for Spring Mills. Dandridge floats it, intended for Corinne Edsel. Meeting Edsel's Anderson, it goes off the hands of Anderson, out of bounds on the far left side of the court. 3:35 to go. It is Spring Mills 28, Bridgeport 12 in the third quarter. The Cardinals will inbound. It's Reagan Edsel just towards the baseline. Dandridge trying to post up. Spin around, her shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Bridgeport. It's Pryor giving it to Amick. Amick will slow down the Indians' offense. Breaks midcourt, met by Dandridge. Amick picks up her dribble at the right corner, finds Anderson at the top of the key, and Anderson will drive to the right side, and another 3-second violation called against Bridgeport in the paint. That's the second one this quarter. Spring Mills gets the ball back with 3:10 to go in the third.
Yeah, initially I thought Anderson might have traveled, but
that's what I thought the first call was as well.
I thought that was kind of a late call for that. So
Hawkins, down low, pass for Reagan Edsel. Her shot off the glass, no good. And a tie up at the top of the key between Anderson and Bolduc. Possession error gives it to Bridgeport. 2:55 to go in the third. It is Spring Mills 28, Bridgeport 12.
We've sat on that score for quite a long time, Kyle.
Anderson bounce, passes it into Amick. Amick gives it back to Anderson. Anderson loses her dribble, has to pick it up behind her head, and now passes it to the middle of the court for Amick, who carries the ball. Just seems like Bridgeport not used to this up-tempo style of play, and because of that, just simple errors.
And it kind of seems to me like Bridgeport doesn't know who they want to bring the ball up and set the offense. Like, you know, with Spring Mills, I mean, they have other people that can bring it up, but for the most part, Bolduc is bringing it up and running the offense.
Right elbow J is good by Dandridge. Makes it a 30-12 game with 2.5 to go in the third.
I think Bridgeport wants it to be Reap, but they don't, like, make it be Reap every time.
Reap tries to go coast to coast. Her layup no good. Gets her own rebound. Second time from the left block. At one off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Spring Mills. It's Edsel passing it to the left side for Faith Bush. Bush back to Edsel. Over to Bolduc on the right side. Bolduc drives in and now decides to slowly dribble back out and pass it to Dandridge. Dandridge, overhead pass back to Bolduc. Down low, Faith Bush. Shot from the right block, no good. Rebounded by Amick. Amick back the other way for Bridgeport. Picks up her dribble, her pass. Stolen by Bolduc, and that was an obvious kick ball. 1:42 to go in the third. It is Spring Mills 30, Bridgeport 12.
And you see Bolduc was hoping she could get away with that kick ball to kind of kick it up to herself, but
well, it's the winter sports season now, so soccer is over in the Mountain State.
And I feel like Bolduc might play girls soccer. I could be
the World Cup is going on right now, though, so
Yeah.
maybe that's where she got the idea from, but Bridgeport inbounds it. Goes to Pierce.
She looks like she could be good at soccer, though.
Pierce.
I don't know what that really means, but I'm just saying.
Dishes it to the right wing for Pryor. Pryor drives the lane. Our layup, no good, but we have a foul with 1:28 to go in the third. Score remaining, Spring Mills 30, Bridgeport 12, and Pryor will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
I guess just because Olivia Bolduc's so fast and quick that she reminds you of a soccer player. How about that, Colin?
There you go. That foul against Reagan Edsel, her second, team second of the half. The first free throw up and no good from Pryor. We'll now have Reagan Edsel check out. Checking in is Irving for Spring Mills. Haley Pryor's second free throw is up, into the air, and around the rim and good. That's her first points of the afternoon and makes it Spring Mills 30, Bridgeport 13 with 1:28 to go in the third. And after that free throw, we have another substitution for Spring Mills as McIntyre will check in for Dandridge. Will now be the point guard for the Cardinals as well. She got the inbound but actually gave it back to King, so my apologies. King will run the point, and her pass intended for Bush will get deflected by Pryor, and Pryor guarding Bush very closely at midcourt, but eventually finding McIntyre is Bush. Bush gives it to King, and King's pass intended for Bush on the right side, deflected out of bounds, last touched by Spring Mills. So Bridgeport has the ball, 30-13, 1:06 to go in the third. Spring Mills leads the Indians. Pierce, double team toward the baseline. Going down to the court is Pierce and King with 1:02 to go in the third. It's a foul against King. That is her first, team third of the half. Anderson, bounce pass, inbounds, stolen by King. King, pass deflected, intended for Hawkins. Hawkins fighting for it on the ground now is Dodd as well as Irving. Bridgeport has the ball in the paint. Layup on the left side, no good by Pryor. Rebounded by Spring Mills. 45 seconds to go. A tie up on the defensive end of Bridgeport. And it's King tying things up with the Indians. Possession error gives the ball to the Indians of Bridgeport. 46.6 seconds to go in the third. It's 30-13. Spring Mills on top of the Indians. Pierce dribbling to the top of the key. Now goes to the right side. Back to the top of the key. Passes to her left for Anderson. Anderson behind the arc. Dribbles to the top of the key. 30 seconds to go. She'll dribble to the right wing, pick up her dribble, down to the right corner, passing it to Pryor. Pryor spin move, shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Spring Mills is Irving. Irving loses possession. It goes into the hands of Dodd, and Dodd is fouled with 19.7 seconds to go. That'll send her to the charity stripe. In this third quarter, it's still a 17-point lead for Spring Mills.
It's been a tough third quarter for Bridgeport. Not a whole lot going for them offensively.
Only 1 point.
Yeah, so no
shot
field
up
goals.
and good. That is the second one, but yeah, both have come from free throws. One for Pryor, the other for Dodd now. It's 30-14. Spring Mills on Bridgeport. Dodd, second free throw up, off the glass and iron, no good. Rebounded by Bush for the Cardinals. Bush goes to the top of the key. Nobody's going to guard her. Wide open three off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded eventually by Irving. Irving gives it back to Bush. 5 seconds to go. King doesn't realize it. Gives it to McIntyre, who also doesn't realize it. Finally does. Fadeaway shot close to midcourt from King. No good. End of the third. It is Spring Mills 30. Bridgeport 14. We'll take a 1-minute break and then be back for the fourth quarter at the Cardinal Coliseum. You're tuned into West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
You've put up with your water long enough. It's time for Sunset Water Services, your local water solution since 1989, to fix your water problems. Get better tasting, better smelling, and better looking water today. Say hello to drinking your own delicious water for pennies per gallon. Say yes to healthier skin and hair and to softer and brighter clothes. Sunset Water Services delivers your bags of salt to you, so they'll save your back too. And our products come with a 1-year satisfaction guarantee. Call 304-754-9031 for a free water quality test today. SunsetWater.com.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
We've entered the fourth quarter of this ball game between Spring Mills and Bridgeport. It is 30-14. Cardinals on top of the Indians. Spring Mills gets the ball to start. It's Bolduc with the ball at the top of the key, passing it to the right corner. Shot for three, no good by Griffin. Rebounded by Bridgeport. Pierce gives it to Amick. Amick double teams, pushes off Griffin. And the ball eventually stolen by the Cardinals. It's Corinne Edsel. Layup, no good. Fouled with 7:33 to go in the fourth. And Corinne Edsel will go to the charity stripe to shoot two. It's 30-14 Spring Mills. And that is the second team foul for Bridgeport this half. The first against Amick. Edsel's first shot from the free throw line around the rim and no good for Corinne Edsel. So her stat line stays at 7 points so far this afternoon.
And really, while it wasn't a great third quarter for Bridgeport, it wasn't either for Spring Mills, only a 9-point quarter.
Second one is good. That makes it 31-14. And when Anderson went up for that rebound, it seemed like she might have tweaked her knee a little bit, so the officials just making sure that she's okay.
Yeah, it did look like she had injured herself, but appears to be fine now. So,
ball inbounded. It's Reap for Bridgeport. Guarded closely by Edsel as well as Bolduc. She has to pass it to Pierce. Pierce floats a pass intended for Dodd. It's stolen. One-handed pass to Edsel. Edsel loses it at the baseline underneath the hoop, kicking it out to Bolduc. Back to Corinne Edsel. Left corner three, off the rim and over the backboard, and no good. 7:11 to go in the fourth. It is 31-14. Spring Mills on Bridgeport, and the Indians have the ball.
Yeah, the pressure's keeping up here from Spring Mills, and a big reason for that. Game one of the year, you want to establish your defense.
Reap sees two Indians wide open, decides to give it to the one on the right side. It's Pryor, and her layup misses off the glass on the side of the rim, rebounded by Spring Mills. Bolduc finding Dandridge down low. She kicks it out, wide open three from the right corner. It's good, and that three-pointer makes it 34-14 by Reagan Edsel. She now hits double digits with 11 points. A full timeout called by Bridgeport.
Yeah, very impressive first game of varsity action for Reagan Edsel. We've seen her come up with multiple steals, rebounds, got a few assists in there, and 11 points to help lead the way for Spring Mills this afternoon. I think this Cardinals team, you add her to the mix with what was already coming back, and it gets very exciting to see how good this team could potentially be this year.
We are presented on TV 10 by Kelly Allstate Insurance for all of your insurance needs. Call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg, as well as the Ollie's VIP Northside, the best local spot to catch sports or hang out with friends. Stop by 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. Ollie's VIP will see you for the game. And we're in the fourth quarter inside the Cardinal Coliseum at Spring Mills High School. It's Spring Mills leading Bridgeport by 20. A score of 34-14. Bridgeport has one timeout remaining after that 60-second timeout. They'll have the ball inbounding on the left side underneath its defensive end of the hoop, and it will be Anderson to inbound for Bridgeport. Her bounce pass connects to Reap, and Reap's chest pass intended for Pierce is stolen by Dandridge. Dandridge, two-pointer from the right wing, off the front of the rim barely, no good, rebounded by Edsel. Edsel goes out to the right corner, dishes it for Dandridge, and her shot is good. She now has 11 points, and it's 36-14 with 6.5 to go in the fourth. Spring Mills on top of Bridgeport. Reap with the ball off the inbounds. Eventually picks up her dribble. Gives it to Pierce. Pierce goes backwards, trying to go forwards. His double team picks up her dribble and walks. Turnover, Spring Mills basketball. This press so far has been really impressive, Nick, for the Cardinals.
I mean, it's thrown off what is a Bridgeport team that's had some good offensive numbers heading into the game, but Spring Mills has just completely shut that down by playing their tempo.
Bolduc long two off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Reagan Edsel. Her shot in the paint, no good. Going out of bounds, last off that shot of Edsel. Bridgeport ball with 6:02 to go in the fourth. Spring Mills 36, Bridgeport 14. Anderson inbounding for Bridgeport. Her bounce pass goes right in front of her to Pierce. Pierce back to Anderson. Anderson quickly brings it across midcourt on the right side. Dishes it to the left side for Dodd. Dodd spins around, kicks it out. Wide open three by Reap from the left wing is good. That's Reap's first points of the second half. She now has 9, and that's the first field goal of the second half as well for Bridgeport. Makes it 36-17 with 5:40 to go in the fourth.
Second three-pointer of the game for Bridgeport, and that first one was that bank from Anderson off the right wing. So
Corinne Edsel, shot from the right block, no good. She's fouled, so that'll send her to the free throw line with 5:36 to go in the fourth to shoot 2. That foul against Haley Pryor, her first, team third of the half. Shot by Corinne Edsel from the charity stripe is good. She now has 9 points, makes it 37-17, so the lead back up to 20 for Spring Mills. Pierce will check out for Bridgeport. Second free throw up and through by Corinne Edsel. She now enters double digits with 10 points, and it's 38-17 Spring Mills leading Bridgeport. 5:30 to go in the fourth. It is Reap spinning around. A whistle blows, and it looks like a foul was called first. That foul is the 5th team foul against Spring Mills. 5:32 to go in the fourth, and it's against Dandridge, her second for the Cardinals. Pass intended for Reap, deflected by Spring Mills into the hands of Griffin for Corinne Edsel now. Edsel's pass deflected by Anderson. Eventually goes into the hands of Dandridge. Her shot no good. Scrappy play by Corinne Edsel to get the ball back, stealing the pass of Bridgeport. Reagan Edsel gives it to Dandridge. Dandridge at the right wing will pass it to the top of the key for Corinne Edsel, who swings it to the left for Reagan. Reagan back for Bolduc. Edsel. Edsel drives into the paint, loses the ball. It's last off the hands of Pryor, goes out of bounds. Spring Mills will have the ball, 4:58 to go in the fourth. It's Spring Mills 38, Bridgeport 17. 3 players this afternoon in double digits for Spring Mills. Reagan Edsel, Corinne Edsel, and Kylie Dandridge. Corinne Edsel, three-pointer wide open off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by her sister Reagan, who kicks it out to Olivia Bolduc.
Well, Bolduc falling down almost kind of created an opportunity for Corinne Edsel to knock down a three, because I think everybody was looking at her.
Bolduc at the top of the key, trying to cross over an Indian. Instead, passes it to Corinne Edsel, who drives the right side. Her layup goes off the side of the glass and no good. Rebounded by Bridgeport. It's Tomes. Last off as it went out of bounds off Spring Mills, so 4:34 to go in the fourth. Indian ball. Pass to Pryor. Pryor loses her dribble, has to pick it up. Double teamed. Ball right in front of us, stolen, and a behind-the-head pass by Reagan Edsel goes into the hands of Reap for Bridgeport. Three-pointer from the left corner, no good from Tomes. Tomes getting the rebound is Bridgeport. Into the paint is Reap. Her shot too hard off the iron, no good. Again, rebounded by the Indians, and it's Halterman being fouled down low with 4:09 to go in the fourth. It is 38-17 Spring Mills on top of Bridgeport. Going to the free throw line for Bridgeport is Halterman. That foul was against Dandridge, her third, team 6th of the half.
So normally we'd have Shepherd Rams football at this time, but ESPN Plus takes over for the final 2 games of the playoffs.
Halterman makes the first of the 2 free throws. She now has 1 point today, makes it 38-18.
Colorado School of Mines leads 3-0 with 6:53 to go in the first quarter. Probably a little bit less than that now.
Airball's the second free throw was Halterman. So that gives the ball automatically to Spring Mills with 4:09 to go in the fourth.
And Colin, a crazy one in the World Cup. France beats England 2-1.
There you go.
Harry Kane missed the penalty late.
Bolduc with it for Spring Mills. Floats a pass over the heads of 3 Indians. Down low for Reagan Edsel. She finds Dandridge at the left block, and Dandridge shot up and good. She now has 13 points, make it 40-18 Spring Mills on top of Bridgeport with 3:45 to go in the fourth.
Look, I don't watch soccer, but it's been a pretty crazy World Cup, man.
It has. Morocco, the first African nation to move on to the semifinals, as Reap makes a shot. She now enters double digits with 11, and it's 40-20. And France, as you just mentioned, knocking off England to advance to the semifinals.
So I think it's France's tournament to lose at this point,
unless
Argentina were to win.
That could be. As a shot by Dandridge from the right block, no good, rebounded by Bridgeport.
But with Brazil out.
Hot to Reap. Reap guarded closely by Bolduc at the top of the key with 3 minutes left to go in the fourth. It's Reap, still guarded closely by Bolduc, gets it by her. Behind the back bounce pass to Pryor. Her shot in the left corner for 2, no good. Rebounded by Spring Mills. Back the other way is Bolduc. Her one-on-one just misses the layup on the right side after a crazy move by Bolduc. That would have made the highlight reel easily if she could have made that layup. But instead it goes out of bounds. Spring Mills ball with 2:48 to go in the fourth.
Yeah, since we're on the opposite side, we didn't quite see the fake, but I'm just going to presume it was nasty based on what looks like the Spring Mills boys team reaction to that play from Olivia Bolduc. And we've seen her pull out a few. Unfortunately, she did not make that layup. So that was a pretty good move.
Pierce gets the inbound for Bridgeport. Gives it to Pugh. Pugh back to Pierce, past midcourt. Pierce at the top of the key, dribbling to the left side wing. Dishes it back to the top of the key for Pugh. Pugh swings it to the right side for Tomes. Tomes down low in the right corner for Pryor. Pryor double-teamed Right elbow shot rejected by Reagan Edsel. Back to Pugh. Pugh gives it over to the left side for Toombs. 2:17 to go in the fourth. It is 40-20 Spring Mills on top of Bridgeport. Ball still in Bridgeport's possession. Pryor driving in the right side. Her left-handed layup, too hard off the glass, no good. Rebounded by McIntyre for Spring Mills. It's now Reagan Edsel bringing it up court for the Cardinals. She hands it off to Dandridge. Dandridge, spin move, jumper, no good around the rim. Rebounded by Reagan Edsel. Edsel gives it to Bolduc. Bolduc dribbling in the left corner will now come to the wing. Picks up her dribble, gives it to McIntyre at the top of the key. McIntyre, Euro step left side. Shot up, no good, but a foul is called with 1:41 to go in the fourth. Score remains Spring Mills 40, Bridgeport 20. That'll send Taylor McIntyre to the line. Tried to enter the score column this afternoon as that foul was against Haley Pryor, her second, team fourth of the half for Bridgeport. And McIntyre's first free throw up and good to make it 41-20 Spring Mills on Bridgeport.
Yeah, it's going to be a solid win for the Cardinals to begin your year. Definitely still some things you want to work on, but for a first game, I think you'll definitely take this if you're Coach Gosk.
Second free throw up off the front and then the back of the rim and no good. Remains 41-20 Spring Mills on top of Bridgeport. Minute and a half to go in regulation. And Pierce loses her dribble. It goes out of bounds over at the scores table. And it's Spring Mills basketball.
Yeah, I don't know if she ever really had her dribble. It seemed like she was just kind of out of control the whole time going down the court there.
Inbound to King. King will break midcourt. Picks up her dribble, gives it to Irving. Irving dishes it to the left corner for McIntyre. McIntyre tries to drive into the paint. Her shot from the right elbow, no good. Looked like she was hacked, but no call. Minute 15 to go in the fourth. 41-20 the pass. Intended down low for Halterman was stolen by Spring Mills. And back and forth went the basketball. Eventually a whistle blows with 1:10 to go. And it's an inbound for Spring Mills on the right side of the court. They now dribble to the left side, and it's King slowly breaking midcourt. The top of the key, under a minute left to go in the fourth. It's Spring Mills 41, Bridgeport 20. Irving, the right wing, passes it to Bush at the free throw line. She'll dribble out to the right wing now. Back to Irving, down low for King. King double teamed, a whistle blown, and it's a foul against Bridgeport with 49.1 seconds to go in the fourth.
I thought maybe the officials just wanted to go home and watch Shepherd, so that's why they didn't call that last foul, but I could be wrong.
I know one of the three at least do, because they were asking if Spencer had it on his phone during halftime, and another whistle blown as that went out of bounds off Spring Mills. It's Bridgeport ball, 46.9 seconds to go. And we have a ticky-tack foul called now as the hands of Hawkins were just casually on the back of Pryor, so I guess it's still a foul in the book, but
well, we got to get the one
when it's 41-20 with 45 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, I think you'll let that one slide just a little bit.
I think she heard us, man. I think she was like,
I mean, we are right at midcourt on the baseline. I'm sorry. Because it was my fault, not yours.
No, when I said the Shepherd thing.
Oh.
So
I thought you meant because I said, why are you calling that foul?
No, I don't think she
free
cared
throw
about that.
up by Pryor and good makes it 41-21.
Again, I could be completely wrong here, and I'm just saying things. That's usually what happens when the game gets out of hand.
Second free throw up by Pryor makes it now 41-22 with 40 seconds to go in the fourth. King breaks midcourt, picks up her dribble, swings it to the left side for Irving. Irving drives the paint, triple teamed her shot. Tip, no good, rebounded by Bridgeport. Down low is Pierce, and we have a jump ball called with 31.5 seconds to go in the fourth.
This has turned into the most intense 45 seconds of a 41-22 game in the history of high school girls basketball, Colin.
I agree.
We are just getting everything.
And the pass goes off the hands of McIntyre into the chest of the head coach, George Gosk. Bridgeport gets the ball with 30.2 seconds to go. It's Spring Mills 41, Bridgeport 22 in this fourth quarter. Pass goes to Pierce. Pierce just had a backcourt violation, I thought, unless the ball stayed in the backcourt and only her body went across. But a three-pointer from the top of the key by Pugh, no good. Rebounded by Spring Mills is Irving underneath the basket, and she'll give it to McIntyre. McIntyre going coast to coast on the left side, loses her dribble, stolen by Pryor. Pryor on the court trying to pass it, but it's deflected by Irving. Bush with the ball. King at the buzzer, and a foul. Will they give it to her, or will they just end it? I think we're just ending it. Final score, Spring Mills 41, Bridgeport 22. So Spring Mills improves to 1-0 on the year with a season opening victory. Bridgeport falls to 2-1. We'll step aside, take a 3-minute break, and when we come back, we'll give you our post-game show. You're tuned into West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. I gotta concentrate, still trying to give the...
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349, and that's 304-579-7349, or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
Find that new Chevy truck or SUV you've been searching for right here at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg. With over 100 new Chevys in stock, you have options. We have the Silverados, Equinoxes, and more to meet your needs. And we are not selling over MSRP. Get power and fuel efficiency with the all-new Silverado 1500 LTD, space and savings on a new Equinox. And that's not all. Every new Chevrolet has a lifetime powertrain warranty. And did we mention we are not selling over MSRP? Find new roads at CMAChevroletofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Gentlemen, start her engine. Yes, this holiday season, surprise her with the gift that adds fuel, turns her key, and starts her engine with a little box from Bechtel Jewelers. When you hand that little box to her, the key clicks in her ignition. She opens it, and you hear that internal combustion. She puts it on, and her engine catches fire. Then her pedal is all the way down. She kisses you, and zoom, you're burning down the highway of love. Gentlemen, start her engine this holiday season with a gift from Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South, Inwood.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
31, Bridgeport 22. So your Lady Cardinals improve to 1-0 on the season. Bridgeport falls to 2-1 as we welcome you into the post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu, daily specials, and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. I'm Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini, our cameraman today. We're Braden Schaffner and Spencer Dupuis. Back at the studio, it's Dylan Bishop. Let's now give you our game stats as we wait to see if we can maybe get the head coach of the Spring Mills Cardinals, George Gosk, for a quick interview. But right now, let's get our game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 south of Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. And let's start with Bridgeport. Their leading scorer was Reap with 11, followed by three scorers with 3 points each, and Anderson, Dodd, and Pryor. And rounding out the scoring for them was Halterman and Moore with 1 point each. So that totals the 22 points for Bridgeport. On the other side for Spring Mills, the leading scorer was Kyla Dandridge, finishing the evening with 13 points, 8 in the second half, 5 in the first half. Behind her was Reagan Edsel with 11 total points, and right behind Reagan was her sister Corinne Edsel with 10 points. Olivia Bolduc had 5 points, and then Taylor McIntyre and Maya Griffin had 1 point each to give the total of 41 points for Spring Mills. So let's now take a 3-minute break, and on the other side of that 3-minute break, we'll hope that Coach Gosk is out and can get a interview with him and then give you our player of the game as well. Again, final score, Spring Mills 41, Bridgeport 22, a 3-minute break. You're tuned into West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
The holidays are for making memories, and Honda can help you make them. Whether it's a ski trip in a versatile HRV, a night out in a sporty Civic, or seeing the lights in a stylish Accord.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Make memories during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI.
You need to keep your vehicle in good working order, but car and truck repairs can be very costly. Bears Repair in Martinsburg performs all kinds of auto repairs at prices most often well below their competition. Bears Repair offers tune-ups, oil change and lubrication, small and large engine and transmission repair, wheel balancing, front-end alignment, exhaust system replacement, air conditioning checks, auto inspections, and new tires. Stop by for a free estimate at Bears Repair, 904 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Phone 262-0208. Bears Repair. Carpet World is more than just carpet. Carpet World specializes in a complete selection of hardwood floors by respected names like Armstrong, Bruce, Shaw, and Mohawk, and tile by Dowell Tile, American Oleum, and Mannington for all rooms in your home. And Carpet World can update your bathroom shower with very attractive ceramic tile walls and floor. Financing with up to 12 months deferred interest is available, along with experienced quality installation at Carpet World, 2330 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com.
Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for dollar wings and Monday Night Football, Thursdays on the patio for the cornhole tourney, Friday night lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for steak night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Coliseum as we have our final segment of the Palace Lounge post-game show. Spring Mills gets the win by a final score of 41-22 over Bridgeport as Bridgeport falls to 2-1 on the season. We're now joined by the victorious head coach of the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals, Coach George Gosk. Coach Gosk, first off, congrats on the win today, a season-opening one at home. 3 players in double digits for scoring today. What'd you like from your team overall?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for congratulations for the win. You know, the style we played today, I thought, you know, and the style we're going to play in the future, it's going to be able to spread the points out. You know, the more we create the turnovers, the more we push the ball in transition, you know, we can kind of spread the ball out, spread the level a little bit, find the open man. And, you know, I think on any given night it could be 3 other girls as well that could have double-digit points.
Reagan Edsel in her first varsity game scores double digits. for you, and she can do a lot of different things for you on the floor. What does she add to this team?
Yeah, she's a fun freshman to watch. I don't know if you guys saw the layup, the kind of reverse layup. You don't typically see that kind of stuff out of freshmen, but I think Reagan has a motor that doesn't stop. She's like the Energizer Bunny, man. She keeps going, and going. And her ability to rebound the basketball, her ability to handle the ball like a guard, even shoot it from downtown sometimes. She just brings a huge versatility to our team that moving forwards I think is going to be a huge centerpiece.
And defensively, you guys were able to hold Bridgeport to 22 points when they averaged coming in 44.5 points per game, and their leading scorer who averaged 20.5 points in Gabby Reap only do 11 points today. The full court press was on top of things. I know that's been an emphasis for you when you took over this program, so what'd you like on the defensive end from your team today?
Yeah, so typically when you're going to trap like that, you want to make sure you have good traps without fouling, and make sure you have good backside rotations. And I thought we did a good job setting the traps, and I thought our backside did a good job rotating. We were able to get a lot of steals. Watching film on Bridgeport before this, they like to run a lot of sets out of the 4 high set. And, we prepared for that, but we knew if we were going to play that up and down style that they weren't going to be able to run anything out of it, And so, the game plan played into our hands, and it worked out for us.
And, Coach, while it was a dominating win for your team on the scoreboard, with it being the first game, I'm sure there's still a lot of things you want to work on. What are some of those things just immediately that come to mind?
Yeah, obviously I didn't think I thought we turned them over a lot, but I didn't think we made those turnovers into scoring buckets. So I want to see us do a better job when we create a turnover and get it. Let's make sure we do a better job securing a bucket or a scoring play off of it as opposed to having an empty possession.
Alrighty, Coach Goss, thank you for joining us here on the post-game show. And again, congrats on the win. We'll let you go now.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's always a pleasure to talk to you guys.
Appreciate it, Coach. Again, final score, Spring Mills 41, Bridgeport 22. Let's now get today's player of the game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Nick, you got 3 options. Who do you think it should be for today's player of the game?
I think I got to go with Reagan Edsel, because she just really, I didn't know what to expect from her with her being a freshman playing in her first varsity game, and she just does so many different things, and she brings that height that Spring Mills is looking for, but also she can dribble the ball like a guard and, get a ton of rebounds and push the floor, score, get her own points and create for others. So I was very impressed with her. And with it being her first game of varsity action, and for you to come away and say, wow, Spring Mills just added another piece to an already really talented team, I think that is deserving of the player of the game, and I was really impressed with her first outing.
So there you go. That is today's player of the game, and that'll wrap things up from the Cardinal Coliseum at Spring Mills High School, as both the boys and girls basketball teams of Spring Mills get wins today against, respectively, Greenbrier East and Bridgeport. Your final score in this girls' game, again, Spring Mills 41, Bridgeport 22. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini, our cameraman, for Braden Schaffner and Spencer Dupuis. I'd like to give a shout-out to Wayne Reiser and the athletic director here at Spring Mills High for allowing us to set up courtside today. A great, interesting spot here for the first time. I liked it at Spring Mills inside the Cardinal Coliseum. Hopefully for the other games that we have here, we get to do the same. But we'll now take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, you'll get the And One post-game scoreboard show with Dylan Bishop. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team, with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center, 400 West Stevens Street, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
Welcome into the AM1 Scoreboard Show, post-game after you just watched the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals defeat the Bridgeport Indians 41-22. Dylan Bishop here to give you some scores from around basketball and other sports. Tonight we have a Hedgesville tournament that we don't have scores from yet because those games will be tipping off at 5:30 and 7, the consolation game and tournament final. So let's get you some scores from around men's college basketball in top 25. Currently with 14 seconds left in overtime, number 4 Purdue leads by only 1 point over the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Right now Houston, number 1 Houston, leads number 8 Alabama 44-31. UCLA leading the University of Denver 67-42. St. Mary's and San Diego State, number 22 San Diego State, is a 50-46 game. St. Mary's leads with 10 minutes left in that one. Checking on college football, the one Division I FBS game of the day. Army-Navy. Navy leads 3-0 with 1:16 left in the second quarter. Almost halftime there. And your Shepherd Rams, halfway through the second quarter, 7:31 left in the second quarter, just went down 10-3 to Colorado School of Mines after a long touchdown pass by Colorado School of Mines. So that is your scores that we have for today as of right now. Hope you enjoyed EPAC basketball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Hope you have a very good rest of your Saturday night.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.